This is Unity Broadcasting Online Television, connecting voices. This is Unity Broadcasting Online Television, connecting voices.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey are so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion, you for know but salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien. We no go left nothing bien no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon. This not the team them where we dey talk but
Sierra Leone political history.
Defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview. We go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
and we let we self and better salon.
Indeed, we always like we self and better salon. Fabu, good morning. Beautiful Monday morning like this, right from the studios, na 48 Siaka Steven Street inside Freetown. And today, na the number 10 day inside the month of November 2025. And as always, we'll bring you the program Unity Morning Show, where they reach you live from Unity Broadcasting TV, where they live na 48 Siaka Steven Street. I'm just remembering about BBC this morning. I don't know why. As always, we will bring to you the program from Monday to Friday, 7:30 in the morning. My name na Yusuf Mosiri Suma.
And my name na Elizabeth Kefue Gembe. Today, inside the show, we go talk to the Minister of Information. Chernoba, he go come and tell we the Civic Day. We ask the question, this Civic Day, Chernoba, we don't take na the country. Say we don't see Accra and go na the United States. Well, United Kingdom, Germany, and others, they are wait for their own. But the question where we they ask today, if this Civic Day is enough for inform the public, the nation, or how important this Civic Day for the nation. If other ways than not they way then information for be disseminated, or not only way it go for talk to the people them. If this now way it talk to them go stay or not something way for be ongoing. The question I will go put to her. You will the watch we continue for watch we share and also like give you comments as to what you expect the minister for take, how you want for let it do the Civic Day, and also comment purely on the topic of discussion. We dey live na Facebook, YouTube. You go send your text message also to 076-946-948. We go read them with opportunity if it's civil.
Indeed, we will read all of those comments we get for send for we in the program this morning. Mind you say we only read comments in our way pertaining the topic we discuss. Any comment out of that one day, we surely not go read them for maintain with credibility and we adhere your policy. The program, the Unity Morning Show, this is the first edition for this week morning program, and one for wish you all the best and the blessed morning you will follow we. Like Lizzie say, if you just join me today, we'll forget the Minister of Information and Civic Education at the studio when Minister Chernobyl, they can talk to you about the Civic Day series. We all don't see, they know all this Civic Day series. Now, Freetown, another part in the country, and recently, they go back out of the country. So we asked the question, if this is enough for let them inform citizens about what the government they do, and we'll go for look at also say couple they come up for sponsoring that particular series and they will know all. Which is so far don't be the impacts na societal development. All of this you get for know the program this morning. So this morning we just in Lizzie.
Well, 10 years ago, the WHO declared Ebola free for Sierra Leone. So that's a kudos. But again, we all came together to fight Ebola. Are we all ready to galvanize again to kick out this scourge? That's the question we go put to Onasuma.
Indeed, 10 years ago, well, we all know the devastating moment we get during the Ebola, where many Sierra Leoneans lost their life. You know, we have fallen heroes, the likes of the Dr. Bog, Dr. Khan, you know. These are, medical workers that lost their lives during this fight, you know, when the Ebola be struck Sierra Leone. And there are a whole lot of things that will happen. We make plenty, some are not even continue book, some because of distress, loss of family, you know. Although there are other things that can be happen inside Afete when it's come to quarantine, when in quarantine a particular site, the vulnerable people are still raise concern about them being marginalized, them being treated like you know. All of these things happen. But there are survivors of this Ebola scourge will be happening in the country. So how far have we gone as a country for Bigigi support? When I be there back down country, there are a whole lot of concerns being raised from the Ebola survivors network in the north. That's plenty of what the government they promised to forgive them, the then government, and they will fulfill them at all. So we're going to do a story around that and find out what in this current government they do for Ebola survivors, especially them picking them. I know few where they university now, but they are struggling to get their fees paid. So all of this we're going to discuss them. As time to go, we go bring you some of the stories today.
Well, especially where some houses, the Master Sabi people them take the money where them forget for build houses for people them, then end up for build makeshifts where the budget's been there above that. Then are some of the areas then where we get for concentrate, and also we make provision waiting now been the headway from then to now, how far then people then lives then still they whether in good shape or then just been, you know, puts them into depression more and more.
And while that thing you know not for forget, so I believe say government where they put strength on or maybe focus on now the Ebola graves, the cemeteries. Go to Watolo, you know, outside them it puts for bare people the village name I a little bit don't forget about. Go there now, they say a lot of encroachments they happen at that side. Left that side, go Pit Banner inside Bombali district, Pit Banner Marank. We did that when we are pursuing our cause at Unimac. We go to the grave, we go, in fact, the man, even at the gate source, and then thief. The cemetery, the Ebola cemetery fence, in gates, they don't thief them. Now, Pit Banner Marank and Bombali district. The place don't bushing. We went there, we did some short videos and documentary we are planning to launch at that time. You know, forget what are the grave themselves, you know, go by identify people. That is why in Western world, they go turn this place as a tourist attractive site. You know, a place where a remembrance place, a rememberable place where possibly they go and say this time maybe late papa and late brother this and died during the Ebola scourge. But I think the only grave way we identifying at that place, when the waitsman come, we be work with maybe they work with the Ebola team. Now one great grave where they did. That one they say fortunate for the because now they close. They now the edge part.
All right.
All of the side and now don't bushing and all the fence stay there, but the gates not there.
Well, that's not maintenance culture we will not get now the country. So Suma, let we go international. What's going on there?
International. Wow. BBC World Service, then Director General don't resign and the head of news don't resign. They say for waiting, Donald Trump accused BBC say then doctor in speech. Yeah, Donald Trump everywhere. So when they do some findings, BBC Director General and the head of news, they resign. Because so then they think say then go against the editorial policy in the media house. So they don't resign officially. They are no more working for BBC. And then for them, they say they want to build a public trust, even though BBC, like any other media house, is reliable to do mistakes.
But again, Suma, people, they bring themselves. We are the news carrier, right? You don't have to bring yourself in the news. You can't be so passionate about the news where they report. At the end of the day, I don't think then they happen. And also, the media is very now pluralized, where people, they don't take sides. When you look at certain media house, as you open your mouth, they know exactly whose side they talk of or whose side they talk from. And there are certain questions, some people, then when they go, then they babysit. You don't have to babysit people in the media, because if you do that, that don't show say you are taking sides. And when they call for interview, give the same amount of time to John at the same time to Mary, so that everybody go get in free and fair share. Leave the public to decide whether it is, a fair judgment or you are taking sides. And I hope say that could be the kind of integrity where Sierra Leoneans go take. If you do wrong, you resign, irrespective. Well, not so proprietors that we get here. So that's the thing.
That's the thing. If a sole proprietor, do something to go against the institution. One thing about BBC, even though it's a British Broadcasting Corporation owned or a Britain owned institution, the editorial policy is a priority for them. They're not going to go against that one day. Imagine the whole director general resign and the head of news, director of news at BBC.
That's
because
telling
of the thing.
you that it is.
For me, it's a kudos to BBC.
But that's integrity.
Indeed.
So let's put it that way.
So for Sierra Leone, I'm afraid.
Oh, well.
I don't think it don't happen. There are other media houses who will go against something, then will do some retraction as by IMC protocols or guidance, the ethics that if for retract, that Article 6, they say if for retract, any statement we make, we're not correct. For build public trust. But hopefully see similar things they happen, but like you say, in a sole proprietorship media houses they'll get now. So
that's the thing.
I'm afraid.
All right. We're gonna be right back after we few commercials. Wanna stay tuned.
As government and stakeholders them, they continue to implement the Productive Social Safety Net and Youth Employment Program, PSSNYE, where World Bank be don't give Salon government $42 million for. National Commission for Social Action, NACSA, they use part of this amount for transfer money to us and family them. We pay per smack. Now, them will not receive nothing yet through the Social Safety Net Program. For sake of this, government will extend this facility to new hostel we pay the money. Same way so, NACSA, they use part of this money for give money to Salon people for start their own business. Again, and mentor people them and connect them for agricultural program them where the government and non-governmental organization body them they operate. NACSA they also give this money to over 7,000 youths them to provide them with short-term work opportunity them upline through the Sustainable Cash for Work program.
As all this dey be, Freetown City Council go use spend this money for about over 6,000 youths them for clean the city and do other public work them na Freetown.
The National Youth Commission NACON go use some of this money for support new and all youth group them for open their own business them na Freetown. Inside they go able to get access to money, training and counseling, but how for improve their own business them.
And then go implement this program na Bo, Makeni, Kenema, Port Loko and Freetown.
For complaints, comments and inquiries, call Anti-Corruption Commission or 077-985-985 or 077-986-986 or toll-free line on Africell, QCell and Orange 8515. This message will come out from the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC with support from the World Bank, UNICEF and the government of Sierra Leone.
Since 2002, NASID has consistently ensured that all NASID pensioners enjoy life and a peace of mind while spending time with family after years of hard work. Therefore, the public is hereby informed. The National Social Security and Insurance Trust, NASID, will conduct a nationwide verification exercise for all NASID retirement pensioners from the 1st of October to the 31st of December 2025. All pensioners must now report to the nearest NASID office for verification. Pensioners who fail to be verified by the 31st December 2025 will have their pensions stopped and can only be reinstated after physical verification.
But what documents must I bring along for verification?
1. Your NASID pension card. 2. Benefit payment voucher, if available. 3. Personal ID. That is national ID or driver's license or passport or voter's ID or NCRA certificate. And 4. Your bank identification card.
But my uncle is a NASID retirement pensioner staying out of Sierra Leone. What must he do?
It's easy. He must provide the following. 1. A notarized life certificate with a name, pension number, and a recent passport photo. 2. Proof of staying abroad. 3. All documents must be scanned and sent via email to publicaffairs@nasid.org.sl or send all hard copies directly to the Director General of NASID at number 32 Walpole Street, Freetown. We count on your cooperation to promote an effective and efficient social security scheme. NASID, we care.
All right, good morning, welcome back. The program na Unity Morning Show. It comes to you live from Unity Broadcasting Online Television. We studios na 48 Yakastiwe Street, na Freetown. Well, it's a beautiful Monday morning like this. One for welcome to the studio, Honorable Cherno Ba, the Minister of Information and Civic Education. Waiting in Canada studio this morning. You know, can't greet to you, but you can talk to Sierra Leoneans about waiting the Civic Day series where the government be launched. Plenty of we don't understand anything what happen about this Civic Day series. Many of us want to know waiting at the impact this gets to society. Many of we want to know outside the couple they come out for this Civic Day series and why them bring them to the country. It's a beautiful morning like this. Chero, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I don't know if na Hausa then Kiweda or na Igbo there. But Kibeto. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I want to start by saying congratulations to Madam Elizabeth and this team. I'm first time for Kana Unity, but in my capacity as Minister of Information, and for welcoming the media space officially, especially in the online space. And I don't come with a bang. I don't do a fantastic job. The government of Salon don't pay attention to the work I don't do. I for commend on for you. Fantastic visionary leadership. I don't watch the studio. Really impressive work we don't do. I know with you, mega resources. So I'm for assure that say when I get the support and collaboration of the government of Salon and a part of President Bill and commitment is for say we for continue for support and encourage independent media for expanding the country. So congratulations to one out.
Wow, that's a good one. Indeed, independent media houses, and I'm happy Minister of Information and Civic Education don't use the word independent. And like we always say, we are independent. And anyway, there's a good news coming sooner. I'm not going to breach them out, but we might, Minister, we might change this name because...
I know, in fact, I've mentioned a little to our colleagues outside.
Yes.
I think, say, you know, this is not part of we own challenge we'll get with the copyright laws and things like that. But Unity don't too much associated with the Sierra Leone People's Party, when I'm your proud party, and the media houses that we the party get. So we newspaper and a Unity, we Radio Tkade, with this all be used the word. The name Unity now we brand. Even the attire base there we go. If you go to Unity attire base, SLPP attire base.
Sure.
So now the struggle with the people then they assume say just because una name Unity. So I think in a very good conversation for get and a part of we own job down there with IMC for say, hey, you know, maybe for encourage una for think about a different name. Maybe when I can sell this name I give you, I can sell the platform. Give me party, not me as government and now I'm speaking as a party.
All right,
but I think it's a good thing and I really commend una for the professionalism. I also see so you don't hire a lot of young people. I see some of me very young mentee then at the media space. Fantastic team, and they are young, they are hungry, they are fantastic. So really, all wanted to say, well done. You've really done something amazing here.
All right, thank you so much. So, Mr. Minister, we are here for Civic Day series. Civic Day series now, one of the things where you don't really embark on, and we don't see you don't do it almost all over the country. And by extension, you don't do it in United States. Now, Germany then go they ask, Britain then go they ask, and other parts of the world go they ask. But as a minister, what's really brought about, what bring about this idea?
So basically, the Civic Day series now President Bio really envision. First, President Bio set up the Ministry of Information and add civic education to the portfolio. When he divide, say back in the day, now be Ministry of Information and Communication, he split up in 2023 following the elections and gave me the privilege for lead. And he said that two things he wants. One, follow his strengths in the public information architecture, for build on the fantastic work my predecessor we don't do, and say, let's take it to the next level. That's the part of governance. And then he say, with the civic education mandates, for let we think about how they promote good citizenship and how they promote good governance. Because how the civic education be about, it's about citizenship. How will they make sure, say, we support NASED in the schools program, making sure we, students them know about what it means for big good citizenship, but also in the day-to-day governance. Let's pull the barrier between the citizens and the government. Let's create more opportunities for the citizens and know what's in the app. May they hold we accountable, may they question we. Let we really model what it means for be a good citizen. And I think what we do as since President Bio gave me the privilege for carry out that vision day, and for think through the entire landscape. So, I see one of the questions I want to ask is if this platform enough. Well, I just say it clearly not enough because we get multiple platforms there for engaged citizens. So first on the public information side, if I let Fambule no say, the ministry get the most, in terms of government, now we get the most active social media pages. We Facebook page get over 90,000 followers right now. In fact, one day promote, by the way. We've never sponsored our page. Mm-hmm. It's all organic. WhatsApp are the most popular across government of Sierra Leone. We X are the most popular. We Instagram. So we get multiple platforms where they meet young people outside and day. We also don't open TikTok accounts and all of that. So then one. We get weekly press conference where I come and revamp. By the way, press conference been there, but most people don't want to hear about government press conference because not so been there. We come, we pull and come on Thursday. You America is every day. Thursday and Friday, I then call the junkyard of the news. We will let news be buried. You do make like come on a newspaper there on Friday because most people know they read, most people don't even day full time that day. So it's just strategic. We say we move on Monday, then Tuesday. Then another big tour I do is me and me the chair. What's a date on? I me the chair. So we elevate the platform. We bring ministers and come. We create opportunities. So we do both the public information and the civic education. Citizens, journalists, and ordinary citizens can come and ask questions. We create digital platform. We get 818 number. We're active on every single network in our salon. You do use that 818 number there and ask me questions, send me any questions or comments, and we do respond 100%. We get online platform as well. We do use for go online and ask me questions on any one of our social media pages. So then I want strength in that. Apart from that, at the end of the press conference, we do summary videos we put out constantly on every single speaker we do. We also do a summary of the press conference. Now, I'm going to show you, so we'll start some of the press conference, we do just 3-4 languages. Mende, Timini, Limba, they will be get fuller. Now, Elizabeth, people from different ethnic groups in a salon, they call we say, they need follow one inside their own language. And today, as I talk to you, we get over 10 languages. Small ethnic groups, and then they volunteer. So that with summary is so important. They'll put in all the languages, so people listen to it. They would obviously they do things like this, media interviews for come forward and engage in media and strengthen my colleagues and self. They do similar thing them. We also don't strengthen and don't bring back SLENA, the Sierra Leone News Agency. We know about news and Salon Sena, they be the original collector of all news across the country, and then they aggregate news. SLENA don't come back, we don't hire them, staff them, they are professional, we just don't hire all the editor them, then get a very competent director general in Yema Thompson. We also right now with the launch again during the Civic Festival. So apart from, then one more platform, we also do work on bringing back Daily Mail. Inside, by God in Power, inside December this year, we will get the Civic Festival, we'll launch and relaunch and bring back Daily Mail. So in terms of what we will do for reach out to citizens, we get multiple platforms. But one more thing we want to add at the Civic Day series. All the other one, most time, are journalists and government. The Civic Day series is the only platform in a salon where are citizen and government. And also just citizen are free to. Citizen across the country. We go to Cambia. we go to the council hall. We get top ministers, 10, 15, across all sectors. Most people, when they pick up the call, when they pick up the microphone, when they give them the microphone, one part, even one cry. It's not the first thing in life where they get chance for ask minister them question and talk to them and see them. We not to campaign, then can campaign. Because then they see minister, when I want them every 5 years, we 10 come for campaign. He said this day we come for accounts to them. Now the power of the civic they see is that say we come for tell what your government they do, we tell waiting are you right, and then you they ask you question. Most time what they do the civic they see is we start with doing the conversation, then I hand over the microphone. Sometimes they go up to 40, 50 different questions from ordinary citizens, and when they take with them, we answer them all. People feel satisfied. Because as you remember, back in the day, what make people in the city in Netherlands, England, they pass fake news, and they tell us they don't go school na yard and shut the country down, because when people are upline, who family them, they think say they don't know what's in they happen. So then people maybe they talk Creole, then Lego Mami course, then send them bad information. The civic disease don't come, and part of the tools they will use for pushback against fake news, against disinformation, for making citizens know say the government they work for them every day before President Bill go to bed, we wake in the morning, and that's not what you think of how for deliver for the people. And the final thing I go say in terms of the platform, not to just civic disease, at the end of the civic disease, with the year they done, we get the civic festival. With this year, we hope so unity will get big. In fact, last year, I've been covering wall to wall. But this year, we hope so we'll even get a booth where we will display as well. The civic festival this year will be taken to another level. Last year, we've been do ministries rather than display. This year, every ministry, every department, every agency, President Bill don't give a simple instruction. You for show up in an EU building, across the entire EU building, for show what you achieve this year, waiting at the work way they do, waiting at your signature citizens interaction platform that we get as an MDA where they work for the people of this country. They will invite all citizens across the country for candy over 3-day period, for come and see for themselves, for listen to town hall conversations, for enjoy themselves, for interact. So waiting the civic day is there about simple.
All right, Mr.
And for remove the barrier between citizens and government. For make sure say we talk, allow engage.
All right, Mr. Minister, we don't see school picking in plenty now the civic day. Plans there for make you work with the minister or Ministry of Education, let them put some part of the school curriculum, rather than anytime you get them picking and they left their school, time with them for dinner schools, then can they part of.
You know, so one of the things that President Bill do 6 years ago, now for reintroduce civics at the school curriculum. In fact, now we didn't talk about the new curriculum. So one of the critical new subjects that we get for they are part of this as well as civics. We don't develop civic material and day throughout. What we can do now the civic day is now for say school picking themselves need for know about the government. So they invite them some them come for can take part. In fact, the first day we can dedicate them to school picking them. Then they do quiz or they ask them basic questions. Questions the way you will be surprised. We ask you what's the meaning of bow, why bow name bow, you know, how many chiefdom in a bow, what's the paramount chief in name. So therefore let you understand your own locality, because citizenship starts from the local. So we give young people in that chance, we do debates, where they ask them about anti-corruption, where they ask them about census, which makes census important, between feed salon and free education, where they give like a debate question, which one and things say more important. We listen to them, also demonstrate then debating skills, where they prepare them as well for being very good citizens in the future. So at the end of that, and this year in December, where they do the festival, all the school they will win. Who go na then district them, then they come Badinaya for the final. For Siula will be the national champion for both the quiz and the debate competition. But yes, we work very closely with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Ministry of Higher Education, and we're in on the partner throughout the series, and then they help for facilitate the participation of school picking them.
All right, Minister, from the explanation so far you don't give, this is a very good one. I must confess that on one for bridge that gap between the citizens and the government. But when you talk about information accountability, it tells what the citizen want for know from government needs to be made known to them. Need for tell the people them. So let's start around how una can handle citizen concern and waiting don't be the reactions of the citizens. Is it something appreciable, or they feel like the government they hide information from them?
I think if you ask the average person in the streets today, he will tell you, say, for a long time, this is not the same way if something happen, they say, just wait no more Ministry of Information, they come out. And then trust with what they say. I think that I can tell you, don't build and strengthen trust. They no say, my commitment for my go parliament where President Bill make me minister is I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to send you misleading information. And two, no matter how difficult the conversation, we will be truthful to you. On Kush, for example, I was out there first and talk say, we not don't do as best as we can, and we will do better, and we will do better. We're not a government where they lie, we believe so they can use sabi talk for confused people. Secondly, you ask about people reaction to the civic day series. All across the country, this kid they will not go it. I get the chairman, then the chief, then they call me, say, we need to follow a camp. They don't see the images of how we interact in other places. Walking go civic day says, would they start the agenda, would they say now from 9 to 2 o'clock? Almost every side would they go where they reach 2 o'clock because I'm a person, they will know me, they know say I'm very disciplined when it comes to time. And they want to stop at 2 o'clock. The chief then they put the hand up. They say, no. I say, well, I don't sit there for long, I need to go eat. They say, no, let us continue now, we won't chance this. They keep us there until 4-5 because people want to talk. People then like this idea, say, then government sit down, listen to them, then talk. Would they give them the mic? Over 40, 50 of them, they sit down and tell what they feel, what they want, then praise we, then tell the part they all know they do well, then challenge we, say, now you for do. So we listen. And I can always say the Civic Day series is not just to tell people what government is doing, it's now for also give opportunity for the citizens and tell we what they feel, what they want. Like I say, we also they give them multiple platforms for ask questions. Not to just follow you take the mic and ask. You can use with 818 number. We're not free. Just text with 818. Would they get the question? Would they ask on a stage? We also get QR code who they use for the online platform for them ask a question. And any one of his social media pages because they monitor them 24/7. You go there, you just put the question on the day. Will they take that question there, then send them to me while they're on stage on this me tablets because we get a system where they do that day, and they get them and they ask that question there. So in terms of citizens' their appreciation of the Civic Day series, I think the most important sign of that appreciation now that either they show up, then they show up on time, then they stay long. At the end, we get multiple clips away. At the time you see grandpa them, granny them, and they cry. Then they become emotional, say, wow, I don't live at a time where government, they can't sit down. Then give me, say, let me talk, may they listen. That trust they be built. And they know say again, we Ministry of Information, President Bureau leadership, we're not to lie government. I know they go sit down today, I go tell them. Something when they tell me, say, for example, on Kush, on other things, on the economy, where they tell me, I put up me and I say, yes, we need to do better. That's who don't hear you. This part here, we need to get greater accountability. This part, because we believe, say, the truth is a very powerful tool. And that truth then I will use for continue to engage with citizens.
Right. Before we come to the issue of drugs, where many questions can be arise from the public, has the ministry gotten any question be asked by citizens that will not respond to at all? Not ever get that situation there?
Obviously, I know they in the position, because I know they lie, I don't get the capacity to answer every question, 100%. So sometimes they ask me a question, I go tell them, say, me not get that answer there. This panel, because not every minister they did at every place. We select sometimes. We can get like 8-10 ministers. We get heads of MDAs. We can get NACIT. We get statistics alone. We get different public health agencies. They can any side would they go. But then sometimes you ask a question. Then I will say, well, okay, the Minister of Education are there, but I commit one thing. I take this question. I go ask the minister. Pay attention. I will page. Will they put the answer there? That will commitment that day. So what they do, we'll get the answer for you, we'll put the answer on our page. If we get a contact of that person, they will try something and they for reach out to that individual. But my attitude is, if you ask question, you're not missing that you no more forget the answer. Because you don't ask the question, my assumption is that other people then say get the same question. So we'll get the answer, we'll publish that answer to you. Even we'll be new, by the way, we don't do presidential town halls too. In the 2 years we President Bill done. Even for that, we'll open up thousands of people with the same question. President may not get for able to answer 500 questions at one stage, but with a group of them, When you don't answer them, we dey go take the pain, we go back to the website, we go respond to every single one of them. Because we want to be an open, responsive government, a government with value freedom of information. And I make on every single measure, we can press freedom, we can freedom of information, we can access to information. This government in SCORE now one of the best in the entire Africa. I'll put up my hand for say that, and we don't continue to improve since President Bill with the privilege for
all right. Before Lizzie they can inside, lastly, when you talk about freedom of expression, it's by law, everybody for get them. But somebody go tell you, say, there is a freedom of expression at Salone, but a freedom after expression. Coming back to the town hall meeting, we see a situation where somebody asks questions to President Bill, will be caught a whole lot of drama, drop mic from the person, so the lady feel like she's not safe or she was not safe at that time. So when I then back on this, that's somebody could say, well, this government really want for tell the people what they do, but they don't want for listen with the people they tell them.
No, we give people on the mic. Look, until Lizzie mentioned, say we go the US.
Yep.
Nobody need to tell Americans waiting for say. You know that. We go there, the hall be overpacked. Again, in the US, we got over 40 different Sierra Leoneans and take up the mic and then talk. They ask me tough questions, we answered. There were so many people that say, wow, now for they do this every year, because we don't know all them here. We camp for health, we tell them we don't do transport, they don't know. Then they sit on there sometimes and they get so much misinformation. So waiting we they do with commitment. Now for create structure, for let we engage. Now you mentioned something happened 2 years ago. Like holding at this studio, so if the studio time now from 7 to 9, at 9 o'clock, we the show done. If somebody can say Papa if I talk, you go say no, you know the talk. Because the studio time now 7 to 9. Not so? They say, oh, not be invited, you know, to guest. If somebody here now one kind say, no, Papa say today for can't talk now, not so they work. So there is structure. Anybody we want. And I can say you can also do it online. People that go online and send a message and send a structure. Even the person they talk, President Bill say, nah, let's talk. We talk. We finish in question. We done the president taking time. The answer. Of course, social media now they will take something crack also. But the commitments we'll get, it will be shown by how long we don't do this. We don't do it now all across the country. We don't go to APC strongholds. We don't go to SFVP strongholds. Each side will go, no filter. Journalists and they didn't see who they give you the mic. Would they agree on time? Who will give you the mic? They take 90 seconds for like ask a question. 90 seconds is a long time. You take your time, you answer, we done. You take the mic now, yeah, we get other person say fast. Talk now, so not to anger person for all.
All right, Minister, just we say talk now. So not to one person forget her. The next person self go get in turn. Now, Minister, now we look at the other side. You don't tell the public say on our Facebook page gets over 90,000. And of this morning I watch an 92,000 plus. I think 500 and something. I watch.
One day will not sponsor.
Yeah,
which is one day pay. It's all organic.
Okay, so the question now, when I get TikTok, when I get WhatsApp, and currently individuals in the camp talk say they want for do the series in different language. You not feel say putting the series into jingles, advertisement, it go help government for save money rather than stationing it every side?
No, because no substitutes no day for human interaction.
Okay.
The most powerful thing you can do and for let person sit also next to you. Because even this cost on social media, some man get mine cost me on social media, but if you can't sit on and get the mic, you not get mine look me cost me. When you sit on one-on-one, you become human being. And as I said, them part the name and me the upline, the value we them put in say the government can to them. I'm not going for Google side. So you're right. In addition to that, I make after every single Civic Day series, we put the video there out, we send them to community stations, we translate the summary of the conversation. Mende, Timini, Fula, Limba, Loko, we get Madingo now, we get Soso, we get all the Afaf tribe there, Creole, we summarize that. We put her out as well as content. So you don't need for Dede. Any say we do, the content they can say, because one of the principles I've been committed to Parliament when they make me minister was information, we for take the information, go meet people outside and day.
We not expect the people them for let them rise for meet the information outside the information. I make couldn't speak English. Because the data tell we say inside this country in terms of English proficiency for many years, less than 20% of people win at their primary language and they communicate with they understand fully. So if you're not government, all your communication are English. 80% of the public na Creole na the language of the streets. Then you don't miss something wrong already. Sure. So what we do, we say, let's talk in the language of the people and you understand. I may could also translate into local languages. So all na learning, we build on that. Also the human interaction, as I say, very important. But then after that, we do follow-up interactions as well. We'll give them different assets. Some man they in a social media, if you're not putting a TikTok in Asia, so we'll put some on TikTok back. So you go there again. So the point of governance is, the Americans call it the bully pulpit. When you deal in a government, you forget the bully pulpits. You forget the tools for reach, for letting message spread. Today, unfortunately, if people like say the other people who don't like the country, and then we get the loudest voice. Today, we tell Allah thank you, say we know they allow them for let them dominate we. And we continue for expand. I make we bring again different means. I don't tell you about Daily Mail, we don't bring Slender. SLBC will strengthen them. By the grace of Allah, in 1 year, we are all going wonderful things about SLBC. We make serious kinds of partnership for change that platform there as well. So government in hand will be saying. So there are different tools we use as a government for make sure say we get the citizens and the right information at the time.
So now you don't say we're not strengthening, you strengthening under your dispensation, SLBC, they partner with a lot of organizations.
President Bio.
Well,
also,
now under you.
Me they do it in President Bio ask me for
you as a minister, so
yes.
now under you ministry or under your dispensation still, not to another minister. So coming to the question, you know if you say you critics and they feel say you they spend so much money on this civic day, where you go use SLBC in different languages or all them languages there for disseminate this message, and also that will help with National Broadcasting House.
So money is a very interesting conversation for get, because whenever you talk about you do any events, the people always think say they're smart, and they ask you, who's the money come out? Who's the money come out? If violence happen, we November 10 be happen. That violence day, it disrupt the market. We not go school and kill people. It able to put value on that. That's huge, the loss with the country they get, right? They compare to say, what you do, and if you do, anybody who don't do political science or conflict, they say one way they prevent violence, have to build trust with government, remove the barrier between citizens and government, increase public information, get citizens and forget the relationship with the government. So that's an investment you are making in peace, in the economy, in the welfare of the state, and spending money for good civic day series no means you know to spend na SLBC. Now make I tell you say we're doing both. We President Bill in structure we give is to do both, and I can assure you until Lizzie say listen, the resources we will spend on the civic day series from who get first allocation from government from the first beginning of the year will not go back again. In fact, the one that we know me know say my first instinct is how to mobilize resources. I was very successful in raising money, and I continue to apply the similar principles. We get different partnership they would use for support the civic day series, with the rise to private sector, with the partner of Statistics Sierra Leone, we partner with different arms, the AG's office, for say, okay, constitutional review, I want to combine together for raise awareness on these things. We partner with the Bank of Sierra Leone, then we push Salon Payment Switch. How can we come together for that? So we will approach now how to use innovation for achieve the same goal, not for just go get that money no more. I'm going to show you, say, for example, we do the Civic Day series at the United States. Somebody reach out to me and say, but that day you don't make plenty money for that day. Imagine America, you get over 10 ministers. I don't remember if not 10, 15 ministers or deputy ministers, parliamentarians, we've all been there. Amazing. The turnout was great. You watch the visuals, it was amazing. Ask me how much you spend. Less than $12,000. You don't even do for buying million tickets for go America. That's the total amount we spend for the Civic Day for the US. So it's not about money, it's about creativity. I mean,
Minister, you say something quick, trigger me. You not do for buy you tickets. What do you mean by that?
If you buy tickets in
round trip,
if you buy round trip for go New York, DC, Salone, business class tickets, it will be more than $12,000. Right. So that money not even enough. So in terms of how much it costs the government of Sierra Leone, for the Civic Day series, I put me hand up again. How much it costs the government of Sierra Leone? Anybody can go look at it. Less than 12,000. When I talk to somebody, say, you see, if now there will people that meeting our government card, it's now $500,000 minimum. Now they spend for organize something like this. We know they spend like drunken sailors. Will they focus on how will they get delivery for engage with citizens, and if we get ways for mobilize ordinary Sierra Leoneans in the US, I mobilize there with my team in the US, Rachel Honor, with diaspora affairs coordinator. We ask ordinary Sierra Leoneans, so we want Cantor. Now, government will already go to New York and DC. When I contribute to people ahead and then give food and then give the hall and then do this. We own resources were very limited. Same principle don't apply to all the things they wouldn't do. It's not about just taking from the government coffer, but it's about how do we mobilize. But I could tell you, say, you know, the place a financial value on the importance of engaging your citizens, because the most important thing is for keep the country safe, for keep the country well informed, for make sure say trust continue for there and for build good governance.
All right, Minister, somebody just they pick me up, say, hello, congratulate you for being given an award of being the best Minister of Information of West Africa.
Yes, West Africa.
That's a very good one. One for say congratulations. And since then we have appointed you, I'm sure these are the very first that I get conversation for asking questions. We don't meet before, discuss around. All that thing again where you get a very good idea on, where you try for transform, now the issue of people understanding within the national pledge, within the national anthem. Many Sierra Leoneans elected, they don't even know that. And you bring up such idea for make sure say people then get the understanding. How far have you gone with that?
Well, again, I think truly, and I can always say this, but sometimes I think, say, some people assume so they oversell the president. Not only idea, na President Bio idea. President Bio really care about civics. Keep in mind, this is a man where at a very young age, where he pairs them with the members say for go university, he enlist for serving the army. You know, until this year, we don't spend time in America. In America, even with the board plane, ex-military people and serving military people that enforce the board. Any side where you go, we for buy. Any way forget, if they say you're in a line, as soon as you show that you card they say you're in a military post, will they give you priority in America? You know why they do that? Because they give you the greatest honor for that choose where you choose for sacrifice your life for your country. President Bio now one of the few Sierra Leoneans, and a businessman, and a both school man, you know, in those days, he said, no, I want for serve. Keep in mind, so war also been there. He enlist for serve. This is not a man with kind of power. We at the first opportunity we get, he say, Lord, organize elections. All man say, this way don't kind of power, so you know they do election. He hand over to a democratically elected. That's citizenship. I can always ask and say, that insights the way you been get, that foresight in that. Keep in mind, in the 90s, democracy not to be the vogue. Military leaders, they stay in power. Even now, today, look what's happening in Guinea and other side there. Military leader, they don't get the power not to pull you, it is possible. President, the only possible it takes 3 months. He say after 3 months at the Poland, he organized the democratic election. Not only do that, he started the peace process. President Bio, now he starts the peace process in the country. We make first see for the Sanko. Koroko, people can forget this. Say at the time of the war, we be even they assume say for the Sanko be a myth. The person will choose that's an evidence in 20s. It's extraordinary to me. The courage for say no at the start the peace process. They are the why I don't kick her off, at the pass power. I left her. Me go. I left the country. I left let the country go ahead and do. Then he come back. When he come back, he lost election. He look again. He say, no, I believe say I may win, but I accept, I congratulate my opponent. He did it again. He come again, we don't take over power now. You look at all the reform them. Reform the way we think say impossible. Death penalty, criminal libel, freedom of information, Jury Act, empowering women. every single thing, free quality school education. Every single thing where any world where you go study politics, they tell you that they are good citizenship values. President Bill, now the 1%. I can tell somebody that the most consequential leader we Sierra Leone gets in the past century. In fact, he should be regarded as the most influential Sierra Leonean for the past century. I believe in that. Because he also there on the verge of ushering in a new constitution. So when you think about this man in the trajectory.
Constitution to stay in
exact. No. In fact, now the only president, excellent point, Auntie Lizzie. Right. Now the only president, including Pakaba, we all believe in a great statesman, I accept with that. But now the only president will not allow third-time conversation for happen under in time. Under Pakaba, they may begin with the talk, say, sometimes go one stay back, log get 1 month. President Bill, from the one we come, he said 2 terms and that's it. We'll start the constitutional review process. The process, what he tell you how for lead the conversation. He said the first thing for tell people, I know they add to me term, and they stay 1 day extra. Only president. Every side you go, they must. Then they, say after you now they check in first. This parlogia president the only president will not encourage that. So I make us say, in terms of as a civic leader, as a statesman, no Sierra Leonean not occupy the pedestal we President Bill don't occupy in terms of influence on the affairs of the state over the past 30, 40 years. Now, so because of that, in the ask we say, how we go inculcate civic awareness in the young people, where they understand, say, for put your country over yourself. Now the ultimate thing nandy, now the thing nandy about citizenship. Me attend the University of Notre Dame, they can always say, God, country, Notre Dame. That you have to put something over you, and we get the tools. Then we get the national anthem, we get the national pledge. What's the all day in language? Most of the people don't understand. We ask the average man, you go to my village there. You ask me granny about the national pledge. You read that pledge yourself, you don't mean nothing to her. We create all them tools here where they're limited to only the people that we go school. And so you don't already cut out so many people, the language, the words, and so what would they try for waiting President Bill ask for? How do we create this culture beyond just the one that we go school? That vision, that spiritual President Bill gets. Say, if we put in country above, if we put in country like the map. Again, I don't mention all them saying that the only president again inside this 40, 50 year period, we don't go now Security Council, chair of ECOWAS, all that. We combine all them saying there, as I say, now the Sierra Leone, they on a class of your own, in terms of a pedestal, in terms of influence at this country. So, but we want to create more and more President Bill them. More and more people that we get that kind of spirit. We willing to say, first, as a young man, the first question they ask, how do I serve? How can I put my life for this country at the line? When it take time for peace, how do I fight for peace above myself? When it take time for power, how do I choose democracy over myself? And then in the vision, we will roll out a different initiative that we now said, well, through the ministry, we will work with different international partners, the UNESCO, we will roll out. UNESCO just don't go small money for do a pilot of one of these about service leadership within specific communities and things like that. So these are the things that we try to do for build that.
Mr. Minister, under this Civic Day also, or this civic education, we don't see you talk about the rights to information or access to information. Waiting as a bill, waiting Sierra Leone they expect inside this bill.
Oh, I'm so happy you asked about that. So yeah. I want to talk about, we have a new bill. We now the Data Protection and Access to Information Bill.
Okay.
Keep in mind, in the last government, they set up the Rights to Access Information Commission. We don't do fantastically well. One of the best access to information regulation we get in the continent. But one side they will be don't get problem, now data protection. So you individual data, like some people and they just take you individual information, you data of birth, you this, you put it online, a violation. Then they collect with data, then sell it. If you go to a Salo website, they tell you, say, like how they do now, you go to other website, they ask you for your permission, say, okay, we'll take, say, this information, but you forget clarity on that. When you do that, it don't affect you in many ways. It affects you in individual privacy rights, it affects you in trade, it affects you in security, intelligence sharing, and all that things. So here's what we do. We don't work with the EU, we don't work with the AU, we don't work with Irish Aid, UNDP and other partners, and for develop a comprehensive new data protection and access to information law. Why would they combine the two? Because now two sides of the same coin. Most countries then get similar legislation where they combine them two that they into one. Because we don't want to set up a whole new institution. So now we don't do all the consultations across the country. We don't ready now for come forth. We don't validate them at the go cabinet, and then after that immediately go parliament. We will get a new data protection and access to information authority. The reason we're getting an authority is right now, if you as a journalist, you want information from a certain institution, let's say Ministry of Finance, you want to know almost that thing they cost. If you ask them, they refuse to give the information, the authority, they get the power for compel them for give that information.
Now the bill.
Through the bill.
Okay.
Because the bill will establish an authority. Now authority, they get the power for compel them for give that information. People who they collect people their data, then first of all, they be required for register.
Now the banks then.
Including banks.
Okay.
Banks, but NCRA, also because they collect your personal data then.
Sure.
Who get the ID card. ECSL, they collect your personal data. Mobile phone companies, then they collect your personal data. Statistics, Sierra Leone, and they collect your personal data. These are all data collectors and data processors. Then they now be regulated. In the past, they have not been regulated. Then they be regulated. What they do to your personal information? You for know what they do to your personal information. If they say they collect that information there for this reason, and that reason no more they're supposed to use them for, they cannot use it beyond that reason. They cannot sell your personal information without your approval and you notification say, they don't want to use your personal information for this reason. They cannot use your personal information to make profits at your expense. Somebody, ordinary citizen, like Una's a journalist, you know, grab number, you go put my personal information online, say, Minister Siba, na address this, na so side, na Wellington. That's a violation of my own privacy. Now I can go to the commission and to the authority, and the authority gets a right for impose fines. The authority gets a right, and if they find you guilty, the authority get different options that they can use, including for Keigo courts, for make sure say you be sent to jail and all that, and including with institutions. So now a new era will be tied to cyber security, data protection, and freedom of information. That one are the three things that will guarantee citizen rights, what they call digital rights and digital citizenship. But we don't make progress on cyber security. We get a cyber security coordinating unit. They're doing a fantastic job under the Ministry of Communication. We don't make progress on access to information. We don't repeal criminal libel. One big side will be get gap. Now this data protection. So now we don't combine data protection to access to information, and we come up with a comprehensive bill where, as I say, this is not an ordinary bill. It change. This is not one of them bills that we almost supposed for no bots, because it change the game. How banks and they operate, how security companies and they operate, how mobile phone companies and they operate, what they can do with your past. So data protection, they refer to what they do with your personal identifying information.
Okay.
Your name, your address, your date of birth, anything you get for do with your personal information. The act starts with the premise say you get rights to that information there. You the citizen, you all get rights now, you get that information there. Anybody who they give, first of all, if you make clear why you want that information there, if you ask you for your consent, if you make clear what you do with them, and if you only use them within the framework. So for example, in Nigeria, ordinary citizens go complain say Meta, when the company we own Facebook and Instagram, then they misuse their personal data because they use them data, then they sell them for targets, then they sell them to advertisers. Salon right now we cannot sue. We then they use we own fitifata because we not get law, we not get regime. When Nigerians then sue, they find them company and they hundreds of millions of dollars and then pay the states. We now, for the first time, we can get a law now. Even NGO, the way they carry, where they collect people information, where they go do study, all man go be bound by data protection regulation. If they open we up, if they make sure say European companies and they one can't do business here, they're not being allowed before for can't do business here because their own regulation, where they call the GDPR in Europe, it requires say for do business, they need for be bound by data protection laws, and the regulation if for exist will not be done get. Intelligence.
Now that make them okay.
That's one big reason we make they stop certain European businesses for can invest now. Okay. So this the open way up. Intelligence gathering. Even for example, if intelligence organizations want share intelligence to Salone. Right now, they get limitations for share with ONS, for share with the police, because we not get data protection law. They not go share with you data. They not say we not get no regulation on which we go do that data day, because they go sue them. Now the country side come up because they are bound by that. So this the open way up as well with the get down there. So it's a massive new law, and it could change with relationship with different people who they collect with information, and they give citizens a right over the data. So this not
all right. Minister, when you talk around this data protection, you talk around citizens getting the awareness as to how certain institutions that they operate. You made mention of the mobile companies. And of recent, we see what's happen where mobile companies just extend tariff. For them, they say they do public awareness, tell the citizens them. I mean, one post will be there in a parliament where they ask the question, where, what's the platform where they use? The CEO for Orange say they use radio stations, where many people from the audience, the moment they say, So now, Ministry of Information, we're not going to talk about mobile companies without making mention of the Ministry of Information. So to ask you this question, what did the Ministry of Information and Civic Education they do in terms of playing your role as ministry in the civic area to the public? Now people they cry, say tariff don't go up, data don't go from 60 to 80, now with 100, 80, 100.
This is not a complex issue. And I'm glad we asked, because I want to take time for separate the two issues.
The floor is yours, sir.
Number one, it's not true say data price don't go up for mobile phone. That's not true. Within NATSCA, they regulate. Within the law give you the power for regulate. Regulation means say we create floor price, you go below that. We create ceiling price, you go above that. Now mobile data and mobile calls. Mobile data and calls prices, tariffs remain the same. The mobile phone companies, however, then get different. Then we get what we call as well the internet service providers. Now the mobile phone companies then they play that market again, because they get SIM card the way then as now mobile data no more than they sell, right? Of that, then they do different promotions. So then we say, okay, right now if you buy this, you get this, that. Now anything in a promotion, the company get the rights for end the promotion. Because a promotion, the company get the rights for end the promotion, then get the rights for expand the promotion.
Like the cola bundle.
Exactly.
All right.
That's a promotion. So on that specific area, and this not affect, I want to be clear, it not affect mobile data, it not affects calls tariff. Those remain the same, and those are regulated by NATSCA. Even that term get for Camway, it not for remain the same forever. But I make a glad we ask the point, say whether they do public engagement. And at that part there, I think say the mobile phone companies accept me for take some responsibility. So they not explain this one, they explain so clearly. That's number one. So I see people and say, oh, the data don't go up, and say, oh, tariff don't go up. No, tariff not go up per mobile data and mobile calls. That's very important.
So what's the difference? Data or data and that of
so
bundles?
your phone, you buy internet with your SIM card with a big call with, right? That SIM card, that internet is not the same. But then also they get SIM card the way they sell winner for specifically just for internet. So now like you dongle, then one in the 9 them you get this promotion on where they don't end one part of the promotion and they expand that into different bits. So they say they don't increase the speed. People then they complain about speed and this, that, but they need it for change the structure of that.
But Minister, so the ordinary Sierra Leonean where they watch you, or viewers where they watch you, you get something when I've been 60, then automatically you put on to 100. You know if you say
you not just put on to 100, you can get 60 for a lower bandwidth.
Correct.
You move on to 100 for bigger bandwidth. So there are two things. Number one, the other thing the government don't make clear is we own job now for give you options.
But they don't put the 60. The 60 is no more an option.
No, but you get an other mobile phone companies.
Well, we they look at Orange. Orange
but again, this is not a country where like you know Unity, if you decide say una adverts for Canada the advert, if una is the price, you all the government can say una say una not change una adverts. We cannot do that.
But we get a regulatory body.
Yes, but now make I say the law say we go control what you do per mobile call and mobile data. So that's who can regulate. But if you want to say for Canada, you adverts na this price, whilst adverts continue for existing on other platform there. So other mobile phone companies and they. So if you the citizen, you vote by your money. If you say, hey, that they own dongle there, no answer. Because the money, that the price they don't go up or this, that. Because keep in mind, the price versus quality of service. So you pay, but also now you get greater bandwidth, you get greater time. So that's all. So if it doesn't work for you, hey, we'll get multiple internet service providers now. We'll get one mobile, we get them 5G, QCell day, all that. If you go there back, it not work for you, so you go back yonder. You say, okay, we better like pay that money. That's how so private sector they work. We cannot, as a country, say no mobile phone companies or private companies and all they set their own prices on things that were not promotional. Then they will kill any businessman for Kana Salon. No invention no good day. They're not going to be able to put some money inside their business system. So we get for create. Now made the law day. The law say we regulate this part. Mm-hmm. When they me want for Ace tariff about 2 years ago, now me be then I ready for engage fully leading up to the increase in tariff. We'll be transparent on the negotiation we'll get and the outcome of that negotiation. But we're not going to say if one company or two companies they want to change this bundle we then get to another bundle, we'll say, oh no. And in terms of them, the requirements for engage, and I said that when I corporate social responsibility, yes, I'm supposed for long kind of radios, that's on them. And I think citizens can vote. You can show your disapproval with them by not by go to the other company we get. If you not work for you back, you go there again. But we cannot say everything the states need for grab in the morning and go shut down a company because they get a promotion then again. What's the cost service we now they regulate? Mobile data, mobile calls remain the same. The rest
all
is
right.
a free market.
You talk around the floor price and the selling price. What's another one the way the ministry give to the mobile companies therefore operate? What's the floor?
So just to be clear, not to be ministry they regulate mobile phone companies. The Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation. But we work closely because me get a public information mandate, and so me and the minister, for example, we're very close. We always say we're an example of working together in government. Because we're the two ministries that we used to be together for most separate. One day, you know, wherever a argument who fits per mandate, who fits per this, we're working excellently. We're aligned. So yes, if you watch now, in terms of the mobile phone companies, from what we've been doing 2 years ago, or I think it was a year ago now, we then agree on, the law say, NATSCA, and the regulator, NATSCA, they say, you know, they sell calls below a certain price. I mean, call them floor, and at the baseline. Why they do that? They again have to protect people the way they bring investments, because if you don't build pole all over the country, so you get mobile access. You don't help forget mobile corporates and Vision say all over the country forget. So for do that investment and a boku investment for you do all over the country, right? So you don't put that money there. Now you not free turn no more. You can put pole. So because of free turn no more, you don't make investment. You want can bring the price, can don't follow the price for the post. We don't do investments all over the country. Government in business to now for protect all the investors there. Because if we allow you for come decide where this post we don't go build all over the country, instead of free turn and they make imagine for profit for like Apple for like access na Jimmy Bagbo and a Packard in a bond. So we think for Apple, we they say no floor for the now all the stats. But also, we don't want that person there, we don't go build all over the country. For like can decide say, you know it's in the country for go up no more, go up. Now we could put ceiling. So if you go to you know pass here for protect all man, and that's can they enforce that. Okay. And then they enforce that. And I have a show family say this conversation with the guy right now about data prices for dongles are not connected to floor and ceiling price. In fact, no other countries in the sub-region they not get floor and ceiling price where they can't to internet service provider. I give you a simple example. We get different companies the way they give internet. K3, Omnicom, this, that, they all do. Where they is the internet price? Yeah, you know even hear about that. You don't even know.
Yeah, because they demand.
But exactly because of private sector companies, excuse me, regulated by the same system. Excuse me. Yeah, regulated by that same system. They operate in that way. So it's not to the same So we not go say, oh, they are the left the is a internet price as in leg, but then mobile phone company wouldn't do with their own promotion. We say, no, paupa. We will say, for reverse sign that if you do that, you go undermine the private sector in the country, and we cannot do that.
All right, before we go for quick commercials and carry the message them, this is not the first time citizens they complain about poor services from their mobile companies there. So, and we not see, well, some they say they not see anything be done from the government, neither NATSCA nor Ministry of Information, about taking citizens' concerns very seriously for deal with their mobile companies there. So even when they give poor services, so people them.
I think say also fair for say the services they don't be consistently poor. We can get challenges them, and sometimes we can explain what are the challenges them and all that. In terms of coverage, for example, that the country now, we almost get 100% 3G coverage across the country, but who said they across the country not be get coverage? I just find out say recently, the last year, then I want to not be getting coverage now for mobile coverage. They have now as well. So that's not part of the expansion where government gets. We don't invest. They don't invest in 4G, and now some gets even 5G, where would they build as well across the country at different side them. People then get still challenges with drop calls, and there was some issue, particularly for example with Orange, on some of the drop calls and situation. But I will tell you say two things. One, NATSCA don't impose fines sometimes on the mobile phone companies, and sometimes in the millions. We enforce them for paying to the consolidated fund because of citizens and complaint. So NATSCA they do their job when it comes to that. But we cannot shut down the mobile phone company. They help nobody. So man say, oh, they don't do bad, what's for the logo lock there. We cannot do that. Because me and you will rely on these mobile phone companies and our private investors and Canada country are investors. You have to protect investors. Even now, if you look at the new MCC scorecard where they come out, then they focus a lot on the business landscape, how private businesses in the thrive in your country. You cannot milk them out. You have to find a way for balance. You get citizens in concern, you push them for let them improve their services, for let them increase their investments, even the services we want to increase. And then the back tell you say, well, if we don't make profit, we don't agree, low increase price. How will we get money for putting into the system for buying? So we are in those conversations. So with a fair way for say, okay, well, maybe we'll allow you for do this, do that. So you will get money, they will insist, say, okay, once you make that investment. 4G are major investments, and new infrastructure they count. 5G are major investments, and new infrastructure they count. So there are different things that government they continue for think about them. Some citizens in Kiwala will treat mobile phone companies like saying some foreigner they will for go attack. We cannot do that. You have to encourage them, for let them continue for invest, increase, and they spend at the country, then are part of the development partners them as far as we're concerned. And then we hold them accountable in areas where we try for balance.
Minister, before we quickly take we commercial, we also see you don't approve the national film policy.
Yes.
I want to remote small to Sierra Leone. Now something new or a reform?
The national film policy is a complete brand new policy. Okay. Cabinets don't approve them. This is only in the works for over 6 years. From all the talk of film policy in this country, the film industry, very young, very dynamic, active people in the day, but they not be able to come to an agreement. And then the feds been there with sector for the whole sector, for the we come in and I will make one commitment to them say we will make progress with the march forward. We will not get everything right, but we will launch and we will go forward. And I'll tell you what we don't do. We will formalize, we will move the salon film industry for the first time from an informal sector to a formal sector. Then they be regulated by IMC. We will set up a special directorate in IMC. We will move for do classifications and regulations. We will be transparent. We will not make clear what they get for data, including tourism and everybody else. We will be inside it. We also establish a national council for movie makers and salon where they bring together all the different groups we're interested in movies, within a part of the movie industry in the country. So they will be like their own representation like SLAJ. So they will get. We also establish a national film fund, mobilize both government resources but also international resources for say, okay, how they build studio Naya, how they build film training institutes in the country. In fact, the policy provides for the establishment of film training centers and film institutes all over the country. So we will build, because this, as you know, $1 trillion industry across the world. Plenty money they did. An opportunity for increase revenue for the country, for build tourism, for build human capital development, for establish creativity skills. It supports UNICEF because film and movie, in fact, the policy in the national film and video policy. Now the full name of the policy. Okay. It's about how we deal with film and movies and all videos in the country. So now a progressive policy. It also they build, it creates multiple tax provisions for make Salone a destination for foreign films. So Idris Elba them, other people that we want to do film, they want to do film for Salone, then they go South Africa. They go make the all the films they don't do more country because we'll not be getting regime, we'll not be getting opportunity for say, oh, you can benefit from all ends here. So we work with international partners who strengthen that side there. Inshallah, with this new policy now, if you want to do film, what's not about Salone or even about other country, we look at the landscape, you go say, it's a lot of Salone. Because Salone don't become a country now. We get the right framework, the right policy we will implement. So this is a massive deal for the country. Now part of President Bio vision this for say how we make Salone a destination country, but also how we build human capital development.
Quick one is it? Sorry, before you skip your mind.
Yeah.
When Minister will talk about the mobile companies, a main mention of Africell, Orange, K3, that's of QCell. What is wrong about our own state telecommunications, Seatel?
I like for ask for Seatel.
Now we own.
Seatel, again, they under the Ministry of Communication. And I will assure you, say, the minister recently bring a paper in the cabinet with a very compelling initiative for bring back and revamp Seatel into a functional entity where we begin for great revenue for the state.
It not be the function at all?
But of course, you know, say Seatel don't function for many years. The problem is massive. Seatel is heavily indebted, years and years of debt. The infrastructure not there at the level we be supposed for, they not be able to compete, don't go out of business. We know that. There's liabilities in there. But what we don't do, what President Bio don't direct, and follow we look at innovative solutions. The people that just say, you know, you just waking up money no more and get that kind of money there for go back and revamp that structure. It's a very difficult thing. It costs a lot of money, even the liabilities. So the minister, when the Minister of Innovation, don't look at innovative solutions. We will make sure say the states begin to get revenue out of them. I don't want to steal in thunder, but I will assure you say that announcement will come very soon. We'll get a big announcement for make about the revamping of Seatel, clearing the liabilities, addressing the issues, and bringing back the brand winner Seatel. We will address it.
All right. So, Minister, before we take break, we still want for use this opportunity we will get today for Rob Mott to pass some questions. So, Zubi Michael being come Nigeria, it can act a film now that film, before even pull out, all the bloggers, they don't almost show all the scenes there. For piracy reasons, this policy, wait till you get for intel, for somebody who go watch you, we want for doing film.
So it's good, it's a very good point. So the policy, they lay the foundation, and in fact, the cabinet approval say, it give me, as the Minister of Information, the authority now for be the lead of the implementation of this policy, and also say I have to work with the AG for past relevant legislations. So first you need the policy, and from the policy now they can get a National Film Act. We will deal with some other issue we talk about. So we're going to strengthen the IMC Act. We will deal with the regulation aspect of as well in terms of controlling. Because you know say IMC mention bloggers, and they IMC them for so now they blogger on the IMC them, they are journalists on the day. So now I make you care for bring and come inside the same family. So we will deal with all these issues. The AG's office, Minister of Trade, we communications, tourism, we don't depend deal with this issue of intellectual property rights, piracy, copyright, all that, and we don't make enormous progress on that as well. That law they come forward, we need for strengthening the regime and strengthening the implementation. So this now a comprehensive set of packages we present build on direct follow work on, follow make Sierra Leone a destination, an appealing place for the creative economy. So we get a mandate follow build the creative economy in the country, and different ministries, the whole different parts of our, we're all working together as one team for do that. And this way, don't ask for intellectual property right, it fall under what we do for strengthening the creative economy. Even one for journalists, you know, your content now, when they can do great content, I don't work till the minister don't come, if you don't want to proceed until the content you go on with them against you, right? Without giving you due credit. All of them things are part of the reforms that we will work on right now. But the policy I don't give you the first major win in this sector since the film sector started in this country over 50 years or so ago. And the first thing is to don't get a policy where they allow we now for say, okay, we get a policy, we get a clear policy directives, the goal we don't set, we get for go in terms of allocation of resources, all lengthing and day, what we need for do, how we need for structure we set, how we need for get a recognized body now, they not affect themselves again. There's only one body, we all man they come together, we work through that body, we organize the elections. So there are a lot of steps that we need to take, but I can show you see the Minister of Information will lead on that.
Wow, inside the studio, na Minister Chernobyl with information and civic education in the about. When continue for stay with we, this na Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. Minister just say we need for change we name because we name the synonymous with the political party, and indeed we dey think of that. When I stay with we, we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Fatmata Fashion House. Isaiah, they get everything we get for do with man them, woman them, different wears, different design. Look this official dress here so. Look them bling bling here. For then Saturday we are, or you will go and wear and go clubbing. Look this again for wear as casual. Look the dress them. Look this fine man shirt again. Look the dress them. Then they are for affordable prices. Can't get luxury for affordability. This na fine dress where you go able to get in different design and different color.
This is Fatmata Fashion House, 104 Main Regents, Good Lumley. Una all welcome. As you can see, we get British standards clothes and aya. We get woman for official dressings, dinner party and all stuff. We get woman nice havac them with different colors. We get ourselves for the school picking them, both the boys and girls, strong quality, British standard. We also get for you when you know say you love salon. We independent day they can just know. Or you can wear it anywhere you want to go. Green, white and blue. We get her in different colors. And for the footballer themselves, we get you covered. You yourself there can collect you for a very reasonable price. Within our 104 Main Regents Go Lumley. As for the telephone number 078 560 118. Fatmata Fashion House.
Orange Maxit app, they give you more sweet special features we designed for make you life simple. No miss events. Buy tickets for concerts, sports match or any show directly from the app. Enter the marketplace, shop latest products them, check special offer them and enjoy exclusive deals. If you make mistake on transaction, no worry. The app gets instant reversal feature where they give you control over your money. All the special features, yeah, and more they waits for you inside the app. Download Maxit now and enjoy the full experience.
Welcome back to the program, Unity Morning Show. It comes to you live from Unity Broadcasting Online Television, right from the studios at 48 here Customary Street, with a smiling faces in the studio. Because we do what the citizen want for what we do, bring people where responsible can talk. For the minister, he pleased and relaxed. He explained, people go understand. By the way, let me read some of the message them. Plenty when we get. I don't know whether this is going to start the.
Yeah,
WhatsApp
let me start with a lot of commendation. Abraham from Australia said to Unity TV and the government for protecting. It's a thank you to Unity TV and the government for protecting citizens' information, meaning Salon is catching up with other countries in the 21st century, such as Australia, where protecting citizens' information is a priority.
Yep.
And this come on from Rex. Rex say, prosperity winner, good morning. Unity Broadcasting, love the way here. Action questions, because some of these officials, when they go to some of the media houses, there are no balance them. They ask them some embarrassing questions. I enjoy the way you are asking the minister. He's kind of relaxed and he's making us enjoy the questions. The way he's answering them is articulate, and that shows governance to the people. Congratulations, Minister Ba. Please continue your civic day, but don't forget to come to Australia. Germany is waiting for you. Of course, the Switzerland, in the Netherlands are also waiting. Thank you very much. I enjoy your firmness. Keep it up. Mary from Bo, that's now with WhatsApp messages. Mary from Bo say, indeed, he's a minister. He's very articulate in his words. He is young in age. President Bio made a very good decision by appointing him. Continue, Minister Ba. I love your articulation. Oh, how I wish I can have a son like you. Indeed, I am so blessed to see you today. Me na APC, but today I don't free for say this SLPP government inside under President Bio. Minister Ba na one of the best. Congratulations, Minister Ba. Keep it up. But again, work with your Minister of Communications. Make them bring the tariff down. Otherwise, we go begin to blast the government to and you know information minister. Now you again the blame go to you and communications. Wanna thank you, Unity Broadcasting for bringing this gentleman now the studio. Do ya make let other ministers then go they come so that it go bring the government close to the people and the people close to the government. I hailed you, Brother Suma. You asked some salient question. Keep it up. The last one I go read for now. It come on from the person say in a monk. Congratulations, Minister Ba. You are an icon. Your reign as Minister of Information has always been extraordinary, spectacular, and indeed we love you. We know that you can do better. I wish you can think of another position under this dispensation. If not, your age cannot lead you for presidency, but if you are a president of this country, you can do better, even more than who is currently in power. Well, now the view of the monk say no die in view, not to
the first way he will get my body in our here as to get president. You don't say that they get the leadership you get.
He said don't give me boku white here already.
I tell you. A lot of messages. Mahmoud Fofana from Bombali is saying, Minister, none of the telecommunication in Sierra Leone has a 4G. I can bet my life and challenge you to that. The concern of citizens is rooted in the poor service. The 2 Mbps is worse than the 1 Mbps. This should be your concern for those network operators rather than defending them. Government to Liberia and Guinea and compared to the Sierra Leone network quality, you will bow your head in shame. Fode Mohammed Kuroma says, Mr. Minister, thanks for educating this morning. Thanks for the education this morning. But what can you say about some people who think the mobile phone companies sometimes bribe government officials to have their way? Monda Roger says, Mr. Minister, please think about the poor people. It is not easy for some people to buy the 60 loan. Now we are defending the mobile operators. This one, J. Conte says, Mr. Minister, there is no 5G in Sierra Leone. J. Conte says, this internet issue will bring problems for the people of this country. We, the people, are ready to kick out this corrupt regime of corrupt president. J. Conte now said that message there. Mahmoud Fofana again from Bombali says, Minister, so when the citizens are complaining about Orange and Africell Sierra Leone poor services, your government gives them deaf ear. But you see how serious the Nigerian government is protecting their citizens? Suleiman Jallo says, Mr. Minister, would you care telling Sierra Leoneans how much government spent for the past year only on Civic Day CS, apart from the less than 12,000 spent in the years? Who sponsors the series, or is it government-sponsored program? How inclusive was it? Bamidele Anthony says, Minister Chernobyl is clearly the best Minister of Information Sierra Leone has seen. His understanding of governance structures and his ability to fix issues is extraordinary. His honesty is top-notch. We need more of Chernobyls. Mahmoud Fofana again from Bombali says, do we need a Daily Mail in this technology age? The series is a fantastic idea, but the presidential town hall brings the government closer together. It is a setup because in the previous one, we saw how a lady was intimidated just because she had different views. The new curriculum is a failure and a platform for massive failure considering the sudden change. What is your take about the Orange and Africell Sierra Leone unfortunate data hike? A lot of messages. Prosperity Winner says, good morning, Unity Broadcasting Television. I'm talking to you from Switzerland. I like the way you are asking questions here. We are not acting like the other media houses when officials go to stages. Sati, we don't read this one.
No.
Yeah, so somebody talk about embarrassing the...
No, that's another one, but don't read that.
Okay, let me just done with it. We are not behaving like the other media houses. The person actually named those media houses, which I will not. When officials go to a studio and balance them, it's because you people are not embarrassing people. Mohammed B. Kamara said, we trust the process. Please, una tell Africell and Orange for reverse to the 60K, that's 60,000 subscription for Selena. Mr. Minister, please advocate on behalf of citizens for mobile company to return to the old price. This one is coming from Mariam Bilkis Dumbuya. Mr. Minister, I bought the 4 trillion Mbps for 3 days. There is no difference between the 1 Mbps and that's of the 2 Mbps. Last message, I will read a lot of messages. It's Fredo. Last 2 message. Minister Ba, how soon will Siratel be revamped? Are we expecting it to be under the leadership of President Bio? The last one I will read. This one is coming from Fode. Okay, I've done read this one. Okay, Munda Rogers as well. I've done read this one. The last one I will read from Koro. Koro Jane. Say good morning, guys. Honestly, there are a whole lot of messages.
All right, Minister, these are the messages. Waiting at you. Response to it as we don't round up now. Time don't be too. We decided on.
Yeah, because today Monday, so I got to run work exactly. This morning. But I really just think not to credit. What you think about the quality of the questions and the comments where they come in. Really, for just a short period of time when I don't set up this platform, I don't create a platform that citizens in the tune in from across the world, say Alina, and they pay attention, and they ask good questions, they ask quality questions, tough questions. So again, back to as a platform, I'm really, really proud of Una. I say this from the bottom of my heart. This is fantastic. This is waiting for us to be one for see more and more platforms for citizens to engage. So I have to tell all man thank you for sending questions, all the love, the critical ones as well. That's part of the civic engagement. Now the idea that we will create a public square. We will engage with respect, ask tough questions, praise those I would need for praise, but also say, hey, where you need to do better. In general, on the questions on the mobile phone companies, I just want to make clear, say, with commitment, President Bio in commitment, President Bio believes, say, data, internet, now right, we citizens never get access to. But we as a government not get all the money for putting in investment. So we need to make sure we attract private sector where they come in and put their money. And when they come in, we also need to protect their investment. We need to find the balance. Now I make I say mobile data not change. Now I make I tell you say phone calls not change. The tariffs remain the same. That is regulated. Then get some promotions the way they don't decide for expand. If it not work for you, I also assure you say you can look for alternatives. We'll get the market, we don't go now for continue to attract more and more. And yes, we'll continue to push them and ask them for say bring and do more public engagement. That I goal, we will continue for do as well. And with commitment, as I say now, for protect citizens their rights. Somebody say whether we need Daily Mail, I would say absolutely, because Daily Mail now the government's own platform in terms of like the news, and you see all around the world, major government and get their own primary news publication when they do their own editorial. So we're going to bring it back, we're going to revamp it, and yes, we will use online. If I would start with online, and then we'll begin to do weekly publications as well, we'll distribute. So this is something that we're committed to, and we do. And then on Sierratel, I do assure family and say soon, very, very soon, the rollout will start. I know say the minister don't work really hard on this. They don't work really hard on this for finding innovative solution. But I know say the question them plenty and all. We will get time to answer them. But I will assure citizens and say, please continue to engage with me. Use we platform them. Use platforms like Unity Broadcasting and the fantastic work they do. But other platforms themselves they across the country. President Bio in commitments now we for be a government we open. We for create and respect platforms like this. and una very good example of waiting one for seeing at the country continue for happen. So congratulations again.
That's a very good one. So one question they want to minister left.
Yes.
The policy say they defend the mobile operators.
No, but again, we job now for support private sector na salon. We job too now for make sure we protect citizens' rights. Or private sector then drive in one eye and a part of government. Private sector they employ, they provide the service people they talk about. So if I go against them or let them all left the country go, or them vex or they remove their money, that's not going to help the country.
So let's go back to Seattle and strengthen them.
Even if you do Seattle, you're still going to need competition. You're still going to need Orange. You're still going to need Africell. So we're going to do all. The thing with government is now all of the above, not to one over the other. And I'm done now, I'll let people family understand.
All right, plenty. Thank you to Minister Chernoba in the Information and Civic Education Minister. He been joined with at the studio as the Series Day Education where they go around and tell people then at the world how that the important or whether enough for the citizens for no. It don't tell us down. We not self done able for judge. We tell them plenty thank you. And that's why I go take telephone. My name na Elizabeth Kifwe Gembe.
All right, my name na Yusuf Mosesma. Boku thank you to Alfred Pewa, the camera operator, David Harding, the head of technical team, Suleiman Jallo, the producer for this edition of the program Unity Morning Show. Boku thank you to Chernoba, Minister of Information Civic Education. We don't educate the people, inform people. A lot of things we don't happen inside the government. Today don't be the first edition for this weekend to this Monday, the number 10 day inside the month of November 2025. So till tomorrow when this edition will meet you, one more for say congratulations to Mr. Ba for being awarded as the best Minister of Information of West Africa, not only Salon, West Africa. Congratulations, sir. We wish you all the best, and we wish forget those mobile companies, operators or mobile operators, CEOs who can join in the studio. Let us have answer so that minister not go be seen or not go be seen as a defender to the mobile operators there. So till tomorrow when we will bring you the second edition. For wish a lovely and splendid Monday. Good morning.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. We now independent media house. We there for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion, you for know about Salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment, self no go left bien. We no go left nothing bien no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. Developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. Developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history.
Defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview. We go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say, and we let we self and better Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. You go get we live on Facebook and our YouTube channel at Unity Broadcasting TV. And do ya not forget to tap the subscribe button. Same way so, if you want check now we website